Yo, this is your boy Terry the Black. This is TTB After Dark, episode 15. Today is February 10th, 2026. Got some Epstein news. Got this Guthrie case, Nancy Guthrie missing case. It's some stuff going on. We got some action right here. Apparently the SWAT been called to be out here in Arizona around the family home or whatnot. I'll keep an eye on that, but I'll get a little bit to the show. I don't think anything happening right now on that. I got an eye on that. So the Winter Olympics happening. Shout out to this young lady, Erin Jackson. She became the first Black woman to win an individual gold medal. So salute to her. And ain't nobody really talking about the Winter Olympics. Like it's just kind of crazy. Like I usually watch the hockey stuff or whatever, but hey, it's kind of slow this year, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's right after the Super Bowl. A lot of people kind of sports out. Yeah, I'm probably gonna kick in when the skeleton. I like the skeleton, the women's skeletons. Be up front with you. That shit right there is crazy. I can't see how people do it, but hey, it's a good. I mean, I don't even understand how you really train for that sport. But salute to her. That's badass.
Epstein.
So we got some news on the Epstein front with Trump. I'll let this go ahead and play. This ABC, by the way, ABC News.
This morning, a new document coming to light claims in the mid-2000s, President Trump called police about Jeffrey Epstein. Among the 3 million Epstein files released by the Department of Justice last month is a 4-page FBI report on an interview the Bureau conducted in 2019 with the man believed to be former Palm Beach Police Chief Michael Ryder. Ryder and his detectives began investigating Epstein for human trafficking in 2004. According to the document, Trump called Ryder around that time and said, "Thank goodness you're stopping him. Everyone has known he's been doing this." Ryder also says Trump said he threw Epstein out of his club, and he was around Epstein once when teenagers were present, and Trump got the hell out of there. The former police chief says Trump told him to focus on Epstein's associate, Ghislaine Maxwell, saying she is evil.
Did you have any suspicions that he was molesting young women,
no,
underage women?
I had no idea.
Trump has long denied having any knowledge of Epstein's crimes, but Ryder says Trump was one of the very first people to call when people found out that they were investigating Epstein.
Oh, man, that exonerates Trump. Like, it's crazy. So, yeah, that drop, man, it was everywhere in what you call it. So, Martin Norfile bring up shout out to Thomas Massey. I bet said Maxey. Viewed on unredacted and pushed for transparent. DOJ has now unredacted billionaire Les Wexner name, which everybody knew he was a part of it. He appears as a co-conspirator. Wexner is the founder of L Brands, the parent company of Victoria's Secret. You remember the social network when Zuckerberg's character was talking about Wexner, how freaky he was, and he did that just to see women in underwear, made Victoria's Secret. Yeah, this lines up, man. He gave Epstein power of attorney of his finances and gifted him a large private home in Manhattan, which that's how Epstein got a lot of his money. That in the Maxwell family. Accusers have long claimed Epstein used Victoria's Secret as a recruiting tool with associates posing as modern scouts to lure young women. That's just crazy. For years, Wexner avoided scrutiny while Maxwell took the fall on. He is now officially listed as a co-conspirator alongside Ghislaine Maxwell. The redaction were protecting him. Now we know why. That's crazy. They got another one. Let's see. London. Sultan bin Sayami. I can't pronounce that. Was petitioning Epstein on a 1.3 billion euro UK infrastructure deal in 2009. Oh yeah, he was moving around, man. So dear Jeffrey, just refresh your mind on our project in London. The email details London Gateway, described as a UK largest in-world investment project, 44,000 jobs, 3.8 billion euro added to GDP annually, largest logistic park in Europe. The Sultan wanted Epstein help getting the UK government to support the deal. This is the same Sultan who sent Epstein torture videos and chairs DP World, which operates horse and 40 plus. Oh yeah, he. I think he owned part of a couple of soccer teams too. Well, man. Oh, right here. Another one. And Nafal has been on it. Jack Lang. I don't know. It was Jack, former culture minister, France culture minister, resigned after his name appeared in over. This is second. I ain't gonna say second. This is like, I think that the ambassador of the U.S. from the U.K. He resigned over this soon, or was pressuring to. He has his daughter. He and his daughter are now under investigation for aggravated tax fraud laundering tied to offshore dealings with Epstein. Down. He's deeply hurt to leave his position, but resigning doesn't make the crimes go away, does it? Yeah. All right. France Financial Crime Office is now looking into Jack Lang and his daughter, Caroline Lang. Even though he keep calling the Epstein case. Oh yeah, it's funny. He calling bases now. He resigned. That's crazy. So this is the words out of
by Trump.
Victim of Epstein. I'll let you play this. I'll go and play this.
I never was tortured by Trump. And if I was, I damn sure don't know about it. But I was never tortured by Trump. That's not the point. But the fact that some of you are mad at me because I won't say that is telling.
Salute.
Why are we just having a
Salute
conversation
just
about
Phoenix.
Trump like he's the only, we said we saw his name and all this stuff. Okay, because if it was, all of it was what it says it was, why wasn't that information out in 2016?
Good point.
When he was running for election, they drug out everything on that man. Why didn't they pull out that ball? But let's just knock politics off the table for a second. If you are just focused on Trump's name, you do not get it. We're talking about children. We're talking about children. Children!
I mean, can't really deny that. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Some people just ain't gonna get it. So, man, it's interesting, man, because my standpoint is I'm glad victims are. I really want to know about the victims. How did they get themselves in that position to be? Did their parents get them in it? Were you a child that was running away, wayward child type situation? Cause like I got daughters, man. I got family. I got nieces and nephews and stuff, man. I want to be able to point to a cautionary tale. You know, a cautionary tale about that's too bright. About you know, what can happen in this dark world, man, we live in. Oh my. Oh, I might have to go and regulate my kids acting up. So yeah, I'm happy. It's sad that actual victim is an actual victim. Don't get me wrong, but like I'm happy that she's standing up. I need more of the victims to stand up and be like, hey, you know what? This is what it was. This is how I got in there. This is how they exploited me. Cause like we can. I like to try to prevent situations from happening like that. You know. That's the type of time I'm on. I don't want to be forced to admit they was a part of or something like, because like people got real lives and everything. But it is a, a, a net benefit for you know, victims to come out, speak what happened to them, and then we go from there. You know. So this is Benny Johnson with
there are a lot
with Anna Paulina Luna, and they're talking about the code language in the emails. Let's see what they got to say.
There are a lot of viral mentions about the 11-year-old, 10-year-old, people sending these photos to Jeffrey Epstein. Did you uncover who sent those photos of little children?
I looked directly at the emails that have been widely circulated pertaining to the age 11, and I have it written down on my notes, the permission to kill email, the Snow White, the littlest girl was naughty, etc. And those ones were directly sent by alleged victims.
Oh, so the most disturbing and darkest and sickest emails were sent by women to Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, and some of them pertaining to, you know, jerky, whatever that is. Yeah.
And so and so just quick follow. What is jerky? Like, what is that exactly?
I think that's the question. I don't know if it's like, and again, like going into specifically just based on what this is, I don't know.
Code word.
Context is
it has to be a code word. Nobody talks about jerky like this.
Weird. Yeah, it's a code word and it's weird, but either which way.
We have beef jerky in the studio, okay? So, like, you know, Klein and I know, I've never spoken to my team or anything. There's no correspondence to me talking about jerky this obsessively. Right. There's hundreds of emails about jerky.
It's a code word, and some of those emails were sent by women, and women that specifically claim to be victims.
So you're saying that these victims are being groomed into
there's
becoming
evidence.
Traffickers themselves.
There's evidence of that. Yes, I'm not saying all of them.
So they're not actually victims. They're not actually victims, or
so. There's a lot of stories where, I mean, it's even back in the day when it was on the pimp on the, you know, the pimping stuff going on back in the 70s, where, or even before that, like even doing the whole. The one thing, the girls will be the one who do the recruiting for the pimp, not necessarily the pimp. So the pimp ain't necessarily going out talking to these chicks and everything. On the most part, it used to be other women, especially if it's a situation where, like, think about a lot of financial hardship times, like the Great Depression. You know, the you know, some of the economic downturns in the 70s and stuff, the late, you know, when the crack epidemic happened, it usually was the other women, like, you know, somebody, a part of their organization will go and recruit a girl, go and do this. It could be, it'd been a lot, like, especially back, like, I think like Betty Page, famous pinup on her autobiography, I believe. It'll be like if she a new chick in a new town, and it'll be a girl, it'll be like somebody befriend her and set her up to be like ran through, because, like, you know, they either don't like her coming around, or they get money from it or whatever. I mean, a lot of that stuff used to go down back in the day. It's crazy, like how, believe it or not, we pretty civilized in some aspects, because, like, you rarely see that. I mean, one good thing about social media, you can move around somewhere. It don't necessarily have to kind of be social until you're ready to be social, because you have a whole social apparatus right here. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, it's I want to say it's just better. It kind of advanced a little bit, but like these so that's hearing about victims becoming like elements of the whole trafficking ring. That's not surprising to me, you know. Like who's gonna I mean, if they know, like, especially if like these type of people, it's not like your old school pimp back in the Gap where they don't really know your people, don't know a lot of stuff. People can move around. They don't have like the resources to go find people on a whim. Like the people who are victimizing these young folks, they got big. They running economies. Like I was listening to the when DJ Vlad released the Epstein thing with Steve Bannon, right? And who he was like associated with. He was openly saying he was associated with, like the Triangular Coalition or some shit. Like that's like the top of the top of like elite right there. You know, I'm talking about world leaders wise. I won't say top of the league because that's a whole nother level to be talking about. But like, yo, oh shit, something that's went down the Nancy Guthrie thing. But yeah, I lost my train. Oh no. So yeah, he was really connected with a lot of people. He was actually helping people with their finances and stuff of renown. He always showed up. Like I remember, I gotta find that clip when Rush was talking about. I think they had just arrested him, and Rush was talking about his story of meeting Epstein, where he was at a golf course, minding his own business, like golfing, hang out with Seth MacFarlane or whoever. Believe it or not, him and Seth MacFarlane are real good friends, and I believe he was talking about like that Epstein just showed up out of nowhere, want to hang out type shit. He was pretty weird, and like the Bushes and other folks was like kind of warning him about it. That's out his own words, I believe. I need to find that in that segment he did. But yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that the victims will be a major cog in that wheel. You know.
I think that there are some that are actual victims, but I also think that at a certain point, if you, depending on the severity of what you're doing, I think that there's a gray area and then you become a co-conspirator.
Yep. I had a thing bad money. I moved that back here. Let me see if anything going on. Let's go over here real quick. You know, I'll come back to this. Let's see, bam.
Be clear.
All right. So apparently, this has been going around like Samantha Guthrie was in the Epstein email files and stuff. I don't know that to be true. This is what they're saying. I need to go look that up. But apparently, this video kind of explains it a little bit. So this is her words, not mine. You know.
What's not being reported right now is the fact that Savannah Guthrie is in the Epstein files.
Oh, shit.
And what's also not being reported is the fact that she was the first mainstream TV journalist to interview a survivor of Epstein. Let me be clear that this is speculation, but based on observable patterns. So this is a theory that I'm working on right now. NBC executives knew in 2015 that if they actually released Savannah Guthrie's Dateline documentary on the survivors of Epstein called Reckoning, that there would be litigation and political fallout, and very specifically with Prince Andrew, who many of...
If y'all remember, I wonder if I can still find that. All right, hold up. Oh yeah, I found it. Yeah, I found it. Yeah, we'll get back to that.
These allegations came from the, I would say, the most recognizable survivor of the Epstein crimes, who is Virginia Guthrie. And I want you to understand that Savannah gave a voice to Virginia so that she could actually make these allegations that were reaching into the highest levels of power. And this is where I really start to speculate. When we start to look at the psychology of a kidnapping, you can have someone who's focused on money and trying to extort resources out of a family or out of a woman like Nancy, or they could be targeting something different. The targeting could be strategic, symbolic, tactical, almost like someone's trying to reach an audience and get attention.
Yep.
And I could start to observe this pattern when I see that there was a ransom note with an active, valid Bitcoin account that was sent to multiple media agencies, as well as the family being harassed with menacing letters, specifically to Savannah. What if what we're witnessing right now isn't just an abduction, but it is a psychological weapon that is being used? What if in some way this is a type of institutional retaliation against someone who helped speak out? Remember, I told you she was in the Epstein files. It very clearly shows that Savannah wasn't liked for sharing the voices of Epstein survivors. So was this a lone actor that just had an ideological fixation? Maybe a perpetrator that decided to kidnap Nancy to try to hurt the family or gain money and gain notoriety? Is this a coordinated campaign against media? I want to remind you, there was another very vocal individual who spoke out against Epstein. His name was Charlie Kirk. He openly criticized the U.S. government for the handling of the Epstein files and all of the circumstances. My question is, what exactly are we witnessing?
I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you. This one kind of freaked me out here. I ain't gonna lie to you. This one freaked me out. I found one that's not. Let me see. Let me go over here. Let me do. I play this. We get on the other one a little later on. So if y'all don't know, Samantha Guthrie did a what month? Oh, this is the 4th. She made a plea, for the return of her mom and everything, which is sad on its own. But hey, let's listen what this is.
On behalf of our family, we want to thank all of you for the prayers for our beloved mom, Nancy. We feel them, and we continue to believe that she feels them too. Our mom is a kind, faithful, loyal, fiercely loving woman of goodness and light. She's funny, spunky, and clever. She has grandchildren that adore her and crowd around her and cover her with kisses. She loves fun and adventure. She is a devoted friend She is full of kindness and knowledge. Talk to her and you'll see.
The light is missing from our lives. Nancy is our mother. We are her children. She is our beacon. She holds fast.
I have a look, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I don't know if I will be able to use a script for this because I want people to really hear my authentic voice on this matter. Like a script, maybe like, yeah, they probably wrote things down. They wanted it to be precise and everything. But I don't think that's I don't know. Maybe I'm not media trained. Funny, I'm doing this. I'm not media trained, but like I would think you want to do a more emotional appeal to America to bring back your mom. I just lost a mother-in-law first of the year, man. Like I feel for him on that angle. Like I mean, my mom is getting up in age. I feel like all that. I feel for the family, but I don't think I would be able to read off my words off a piece of paper. I don't think that's the most effective way of conveying your message in this case. Or maybe what I know. I'm just a YouTuber.
To joy in all of life's circumstances. She chooses joy day after day. Despite having already passed through great trials of pain and grief, we are always going to be merely human, just normal human people who need our mom. Mama, if you're listening, we need you to come home. We miss you.
Our mom is our heart and our home. She is 84 years old. Her health, her heart is fragile. She lives in constant pain. She is without any medicine. She needs it to survive. She needs it not to suffer. We too have heard the reports about a ransom letter in the media. As a family, we are doing everything that we can. We are ready to talk. However, we live in a world where voices and images are easily manipulated. We need to know, without a doubt, that she is alive and that you have her. We want to hear from you, and we are ready to listen. Please reach out to us. Mommy, if you are hearing this, you are a strong woman. You are God's precious daughter, Nancy. We believe and know that even in this valley, He is with you. Everyone is looking for you, Mommy, everywhere. We will not rest. Your children will not rest until we are together again. We speak to you every moment, and we pray without ceasing, and we rejoice in advance for the day that we hold you in our arms again. We love you, Mom.
Love you, Mom.
We love you, Mom. Stay strong.
We love you, Mom. We love you.
All right. Apparently they got a let me go on. I want to go find. Let's see. it's a movement going on. Like, dang it. Let me see those. All right, nothing's going. Apparently, they some activity were on a Bitcoin account. They were trying to get their ransom on, and they got a suspect. I'm trying to see if there's any footage. NBC News. Let's see. So nothing going on with that right now. So I'm keeping an eye on that. I'm keeping an eye on that right now, but somebody posted this. This is my first time seeing this, so let's see what they. This from Silence of the Lamb, apparently. So that's a great movie, by the way. I love that movie. It's creepy as hell, but this is a well-made movie.
She is full of kindness and knowledge. Talk to her and you'll see.
Catherine is very gentle and kind. Talk to her and you'll see.
She is full of kindness and knowledge.
That's weird. Like literally damn near word for word. And I guess it's happened to Winter Olympics. Let's see what the hell was this about?
Right now, of course, Savannah and her family are in unspeakable, unfathomable pain. You know in the U.S. that her extended family is legion. Savannah, my friend, it's a
extended family is legion. Why would you say that?
right here.
Did y'all see that? That was weird, right? Why'd she say that word?
All right. Reference time. So this is why it sounds weird saying her extended family is legion. In the Bible, legion refers to a large organized multitude, primarily used in two ways: to describe a vast number of demons possessing a man. Mark 5 chapter 5, 9, verse 9. Luke chapter 8, verse 30. And to signify Jesus' power to command countless angelic armies. Matthew 26, chapter 26, verse 53. The demon declares his name Legion because we are many, revealing a collective of evil spirits, while Jesus mention of legions of angels emphasizes his divine authority over his immense focus, both good and evil. So just hearing somebody saying that her extended family legion is pretty weird. Yeah, I got my eye on that situation in Tucson. So when Anna Paulina Luna was talking about the Epstein stuff, this came to mind.
I've had the story for 3 years. I've had this interview with Virginia Roberts. We would not put it on the air. First of all, I was told, who's Jeffrey Epstein? No one knows who that is. This is a stupid story. Then the palace found out that we...
Shortly after this came out, she had a situation with a co-host. They were both, both married. They had a little affair thing going. So that came out. And this is on a hot mic, as you can see.
Had her whole allegations about Prince Andrew and threatened us a million different ways. We were so afraid we wouldn't be able to interview Kate and Will that also quashed the story. And then Alan Dershowitz was also implicated in it because of the planes. She told me everything. She had pictures. She had everything. She was in hiding for 12 years. We convinced her to come out. We convinced her to talk to us. It was unbelievable what we had. Clinton, we had everything. I tried for 3 years to get it on, to no avail, and now it's all coming out, and it's like these new revelations, and I freaking had all of it. I'm so pissed right now. Like every day I get more and more pissed because I'm just like, oh my God, what we had was unreal. Other women backing it up. Hey, yep. Brad Edwards, the attorney, 3 years ago saying there will come a day when we will realize Jeffrey Epstein was the most prolific pedophile this country has ever known. I had it all 3 years ago.
Would you raise your right hand, please?
Yes.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but...
So that implicates the ABC. It's funny. ABC got to do this number. We go back here.
This morning, a new document coming to light claims in the mid-2000s, President Trump called police about Jeffrey Epstein. Among the 3 million Epstein files released by the Department of Justice last month is a 4-page FBI report on an interview the Bureau conducted in 2019 with the man believed to be former Palm Beach Police Chief Michael Ryder. Ryder and his detectives began investigating Epstein for human trafficking in 2004. According to the document, Trump called Ryder around that time and said, "Thank goodness you're stopping him. Everyone has known he's been doing this." Ryder also says Trump said he threw Epstein out of his club, and he was around Epstein once when teenagers were present, and Trump got the hell out of there. The former police chief says Trump told him to focus on Epstein's associate, Ghislaine Maxwell, saying she is evil.
Did you have any suspicions that he was molesting young women?
No, I had no
Underage
idea.
women?
I had no idea.
Trump has long denied having any knowledge of Epstein's crimes, but Ryder says Trump was one of the very first people to call when people found out that they were investigating Epstein.
Yep. So here's a update on the Nancy Guthrie situation. Person of interest detained in connection to a disappearance. Guthrie was last seen on the night of January 31st from Catalina Foothills home near East Scott. I ain't gonna go through all that. Let's see. Yeah, I wonder. We don't see who actually did that situation. We'll probably know about that more tomorrow. So I got literally nothing left on that. This came up, and I'll say this Bad Bunny deleting his social media and all that stuff. Technically, this could be a play for like publicity. You know, not make yourself super accessible, so people and you take yourself away from the white noise. Because social media can be white noise like crazy. Like if you're in certain social media circles, you could either be the greatest thing ever, or you going to hell. So here we go.
Benito, how was it out there? How was it?
That was great.
Yeah. So apparently he got up out there. He deleted his social media. And yeah, he deleted his entire Instagram account, which is crazy. Which Bad Bunny start another Instagram, it's just gonna it'll blow right back up. So that's not really a big issue. Just weird that he did it. If you're a regular person, it'd be weird. But him in this case, like he want to constantly have that buzz and everything. I get it. I'll say that for tomorrow. I'm not gonna play that. I think that's about it I got, man. Like this is gonna be a short one. There's some stuff going on, but I don't tend to like to be the first to talk about things like this nasty Guthrie situation. I want to have it already broke down. That I could say my thoughts on. I don't really like breaking stories unless things happening right on the stream. So I want things to be right, not first, personally. So let me drop the link if y'all want to come up and chit chat about anything. If not, I'm about to give me something to eat and lay my ass down. So I'm gonna put this music on. Yeah, let's see if there's anything else going on. Yep. Yeah, I might go and lay it down. You're right, Phoenix. Yeah, they got the person. See how that works. But hey, y'all like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment if y'all doing a replay. I really appreciate people coming up. Well, people coming up in the chat and everything. Nobody really came up, but people come up in the chat and everything. Y'all take care.